the bang, we the bang, we the bang, we the bang. AaroniMoses, AaroniMoses, we the bang, we the bang, we the bang, we the bang. Hey, like, share, comment, subscribe, 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 like, share, comment, subscribe. Yo, what's up? It's DNA, for sure. Also known as Lord Homeboy, also known as Lord DNA. Before I start this video, I need you guys to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video, motherfucking watch this video with your girlfriend when you're fingering her, Netflix and chilling. And oh yeah, I'm gonna put the donation link in the description because I need a little something. I need my motherfucking interface. You know what I'm saying? Interface for the studio so I can get some of this motherfucking music out. Some of this fire, flame, pistol stick, boom, boom, bap. Anyways, it's DNA for sure. This video is my second Q&A for my drug dealer buddies out there. So, question that I get all the time: startup money. Startup money. Like I tell you guys, look, you have to be able to gauge with what you can do. If you think that you can sell an ounce in a day, I wouldn't get a whole ounce. But if that's the cheapest thing that you can get the ounce. Maybe get the half. Get the half. Sell a half. Re-up in 2 or 3 days. But the startup money, I mean, anything you should have. Look, get your $200. Spend $50 to see what's around your area. Take that fucking $150, save $20 for gas, and see what you can get for $120, which would be something like a half, something around a half. So if you can sell an ounce, whatever you think you could sell, get half of that or 3/4 of that, and make sure that you can re-up within a couple of days. Starting off, you definitely should only start if you can sell maybe 7 grams in 1 day. A quarter is the minimum that you should be able to sell in 1 day when you're starting off. You should be able to, a normal, regular, like average drug dealer should be able to sell an ounce in about 3 days. So a quarter, start off, get you a quarter, or the longer you wait, if you have 25 people in your phone, 25 people each get a gram, that is 21 grams. That's an ounce. That's not an ounce. It's not a whole ounce. But don't start drug dealing until you feel like you can sell an ounce in 3 days. A little bit less, a little bit less. See, every time I started, I started with the mindset that I can sell 7 grams in 1 day. That's not fucking unreasonable. So don't start until you feel like you can sell 7 grams in 1 day, a quarter in a day, or an ounce 3 days. So next question I get is what do I say? How do I get that? I might make a whole video on scripts, but that's called scripts. What do you say? How do you present yourself? What do you say to get people to sell drugs to you? I usually give you guys 3 examples. 1, walk up to people, ask them if they know where to get bud. Some people will, get on the phone, pretend like they're calling somebody, whatever. If they're friends with the person that sells weed, if they're like personal best friends with that person, you might not want to fucking go ahead with that rap. When I say rap and script, I mean the things that you say and your interaction. That's like some 70s shit. I've been watching Good Times a lot for the past 3 days. So another one, ask somebody for a cigarette, whether you smoke or not, or set yourself up to be asked for a cigarette. But if you ask somebody for a cigarette, you say, "Oh, thanks," and you grab the fucking, "Oh, I thought that was a joint, bro," and then go from there. Talk about weed, selling weed, ask them if they know where to get weed. My favorite thing is to ask people if they know where to get weed. asking people if they smoke is like, I usually haven't done that before. Or another thing that I did do, I just experienced this yesterday actually. Smoking weed in public where a lot of people go, or smoking weed where, a couple people might have to pass, maybe like a bus stop down the street, fucking in a neighborhood, fucking if you have, see my house where I stayed in Sandy Springs, I had an open driveway, which means it was a garage without the fucking walls. It was just the top and the side. So I would smoke. People will walk by, and they will be smelling, look, see me, and I'll be like, yeah, come get it, come get it. So that's not really a script, but that shit works too. Maybe dropping the weed in front of somebody. That's kind of lame. But next is a question that I get often is, how do I back up DNA? Now, if you have the key to selling drugs is maximizing. I forgot what the word is in business, but the more that you can sell for the least amount is your goal. Now, if you get an ounce, right? If you sell that whole ounce gram by gram, you don't do 2 grams, you don't do fucking three for the whatever, you don't sell eighths out that bitch. You sell an ounce gram by gram, all 28 grams, you're gonna make the most money that you can make. That is the key. You make more money selling an ounce gram by gram than if you sell 8/8. Than if you sell, people don't do tieners for weed. But that is, if you have 28 people that want to buy 28 grams for you in 28 hours, you're going to make more than if you sell grams by the twos or 1.5s, like a lot of people do, or 2 gram specials or 3 gram specials, or dude, I only sell eights, like whatever. So bag up, I mean, if you want to do if you want to bag up a whole ounce by grams, you can do that. But, um, shit, what was I gonna say? You can do that, and you can, if somebody wants 3.5, just get your three, boom, take a point 0.5 out the other bag. Do that. You can sell it like that, but most people want the whole sack, like whatever. That's how you bag up. That's how you bag up. But you could try to do your specials where you knock off like $5, to get people to buy more and spend more, because the more you spend, the more you save type thing. But your goal is, of course, you want to make the money quicker. Every time your phone rings, you want to be, making $40 or more. But it would be more beneficial for you if you had 28 people that bought 28 grams in 28 days. I mean, 28 hours. Boom. So next is the shelf life. I should make a video about this too. But if you are doing your shit right, you shouldn't have to worry too much about this. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you store weed DNA for sure? The homies had vacuum sealed bags. They had a vacuum sealer. They had the fucking thick ass plastic bags that were like the shit you can't rip with your hands. Put your weed in there, learn how to use the vacuum seal properly, fucking take all the air out of it. Obviously, that's what vacuum seal bags are for. Put that bitch in the freezer. Some people say put it in the refrigerator, which is totally incorrect. A nigga told me that his dad was selling weed for 20 years and he put this shit in the refrigerator. I wanted to say maybe that's why your dad was selling weed for 20 years, because he didn't know how to fucking store his shit properly. But if you get just enough where you don't have to store it, I mean, if you only sell ounces, yeah, and you get, I mean, if you only sell, yeah, ounces and you get a pound, yeah, that's some shit you have to worry about. But you want it to be so to the point where you don't really have to store, where you're either reing up or you're out. When you pick it up, that shit's gone in a couple days. 2 days were the point where it doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. It doesn't matter. Don't leave your shit all out in the open. Keep it in the freezer. Keep as little air as possible coming in and coming out of it. Going in and coming out of it. But You know, if you're doing it right and you're on a good schedule and you're timing it right, you don't really need to worry about the shelf life of your marijuana. And last, where should I trap? Where should you trap? I will tell you where you should not trap. Don't trap out your house. Don't trap out your house. If you have somebody that you know, one thing that I do recommend is that if you get in good with some of the people around your area that own stores, like Smoke 911. My homeboy D made friends with one of the homies worked at Smoke 911, smoke shop down the street from my house. That shit stayed open till 2 o'clock in the morning. Then after that, we go to the bar. That shit stayed open till 4 o'clock in the morning. But if you can make a couple of those friends get to know some people, they might not mind you selling drugs in their establishment or doing 2 or 3 hand-to-hand transactions once or twice a week. You know, not fucking turning it into the total trap. But one thing that D always taught me was it's harder to hit a moving target. Your trap should be his trap was his feet. He told people to meet him at the gas station, didn't make shit sketchy. Meet him at the Taco Bell, didn't make shit sketchy. A lot of people chop out their cars. They're traveling salesmen, you know, traveling trappers. So I wouldn't recommend that you make your car your trap, but be a moving target. Don't have one designated spot. That's how one of the homies he actually didn't get caught up in this shit, but he had everybody going to the local motel at the end of the street on that fucking side street that was actually down the street from my house. But as far as you having a trap, if you have your friends mostly buying it from you or people that you know, you don't really have to have a trap because whenever they hang out with you, they'll just, you know, slip you a little 20 or some shit like that and it'll be, you know, gravy, whatever. But as far as you having a trap, that is very important, you know. But me, I just met anybody within a mile of my house. You know, I'll walk to the park. That was less than a mile from my house. Walk down the street and to the bus stop. You know, some random fucking place. Anybody, anywhere can be the trap. But the best trap for me that worked for me was my feet. I did what I saw everybody else doing. You know, get in the car. I'll drive you down the fucking. I'll drive you in a circle across the street. Get out the car across the street, and they walk back. Whatever. As far as you making shit high, I mean, they can't hit. It's harder to hit a moving target. If you have it set up right, people will want to come to you. So as far as you being outside of the area, they might be okay with, you know, going 3 or 4 or 5 miles down the street or out of the way. As long as it's as long as it's 10 minutes away. That's why I talked about location in the last video. As long as it's 10 minutes away from them, they usually will travel, you know, taking the bus, whatever. So if you have your little perimeter, make sure you stay those little spots, you know, where nobody. That's how everybody gets fucked up because they sit behind motherfucking Taco Bell 3 times a week and sell drugs, and they get caught. They sell weed where they work. Do the drive-through, they get caught. They sell weed out their house, they get raided. Fuck that. You need to be a moving target. Trap. As far as a trap, you need to have 4, 5, 6 different traps. So, yeah. That video, not as long as I expected, and the fucking memory didn't run out, so that's fucking awesome. If you guys have any questions, I like doing these Q&As because they're fucking awesome and they're fun, and I don't get to talk about one thing for too long, and I get to stay on my feet. It's easy. It really helps my freestyling skills. So anyway, like this video, subscribe to my video, and to my channel. Shoot your boy a little something, 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 something. And oh, check out that music, dude. The fucking Illuminati Dope, Fantasy and Philosophy 3 Illuminati Dope is coming out real soon. Got my features popping. Looking for some people who can mix and master for the low ski low. Or free if you really enjoy my videos. But that is it. Looking for some collabs. Definitely looking for some collabs. I'm not too much into the free beats thing because, you know, I use a lot of different beats. So I'm looking for collabs and mixing and mastering and maybe some album art. You know, anything that could help. Collabs on these videos for anybody who knows anybody that wants to collab, you know. But anyways, peace.